Friends, in today's class, we have to discuss double dimensional array. In the last class, we have discussed single dimensional array. Just I am giving a few repetition of the last class. As we discuss, single dimensional array contains row or column means the elements will be represented in the form of rows or column, that is known as your single dimensional array. But in double dimensional array, the elements are represented in row and column, means there is row, there is column. These are the columns, these are the rows. So if double dimensional array is declared with 3 cross 3, means 3 row 3 column, these are the memory representation, means first row first column, which location you are telling, that is -1, it will be as the index. Suppose first row first column, that is 0 0, 1 means first row -1 is 0, first column is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, first row first column is 0 0, first row second column, first row means 0, second column means 2 minus 1, that is 1. First row third column, first means 0, 1 minus 1 0, third column 3 minus 1, that is 2. Like this, second row first column, second means 2, 2 minus 1 1, and first column, that is 1 minus 1 0. Accordingly the elements will be represented. So its syntax is data type array variable row and column, means how many number of row you want to store, how many number of column you want to store, and the total number of element the double dimensional array can hold can be represented or can be calculated by multiplying rows and columns. You remember, never any dimension of double dimensional array must not be 1, and the total number of element must be equivalent to the row and columns multiplication. Now you see, suppose you declare float x, float is the data type, x is the variable, 3 is the row, 4 is the column, means total number of elements will hold 4 into 3, that is your what? 12. This is each row, there is 4 columns, means in 3 row there is the 12 elements will be stored. Here x is the name of the variable as a two-dimensional array. The array will hold 12 elements. If there will be 8 element, the dimension may be 2 row 4 column or 4 row 2 column accordingly. It will never be 12 1 or 1 12 for 12 number of elements. How to initialize a two-dimensional array? There are the various ways in which two-dimensional array can be initialized. Suppose first initialization, int is the data type, c is the array name, 2 3 means 2 row 3 column means total number of element is 6. The element might be represented in this way. Within the curly bracket, that is the first row, another curly bracket, this is the second row, that will be within the compound curly brackets, means this element can be represented in the memory as first row first column is 1, first row second column is 3, first row third column is 0. Like this, second row first column is -1, second row second column is 5, second row third column is 9. Like this, you can represent int c subscripted, means row value will not supplied, the column value can be supplied, that is 3, means many number of rows can be stored but 3 number of column in each row. You can also represent it in this way. The third type of declaration means you define row, you define the column, but instead of 2 pair of rows in the first statement, you can represent 6 element automatically according to the row and columns dimension. It will automatically pairing the element, means 130 will be the first row and -159 is the second row elements will be represented. In this way, three ways you can represent or declare the elements for the double dimensional array. If you want to write a program to store 4 elements in a double dimensional array, how that will be represented in memory and how the program can be written. We take float a 2 cross 2 means 2 row 2 column, means this is the way the memory will be allocated. First row first column 0 0, first row second column 0 1, second row first column 1 0, second row second column is 1 1. So Like single dimensional array, loop will continue for repetition, but here two loop will continue. One is for row, one is for column. Why? Because row fix, column changes. So that I and j is taken. Now I is 0, 0 is less than 2, yes. J is equal to 0, j is less than 2, yes. So it asks a message, enter value, and the location will be I0, J0. I0, J0 means which one? That is your this location. Whatever the value you enter, that will be stored as here in 10. Where 10 comes? At the runtime, it asks enter element, first element, suppose enter 10, means the 00 location will store 10. Now, j incremented by 1. 1 less than 2, yes. Means row fix, column changes. Means i's value is 0, j's value is 1. 0, 1 means this one. The second value will be stored here. Now, j incremented 1. 2 less than 2, no. It will go to up. Again, I incremented 1. That is your what? That 1. 1 is less than 2, yes. Then, if you will come to the second loop, j will be again initialized to the 0. 0 less than 2, yes, means 1, 0, means this location. Now, j incremented again 1, that becomes 1, 1 less than 2, yes. Location is I1, J1. I1, J1 means this one, means 4 elements already stored. Now incremented J2, 2 is less than 2, no. Again goes to the upper loop. I incremented 1, 2, 2 is less than 2, no. It will come out of the loop, means 4 elements will be automatically stored and already stored. If there will be 9 element 3 3, then the first loop will be 3 times continue and second loop will be 3 times continue. Why? Because row is fixed, column is changes accordingly. If we want to display all those elements, the same thing, loop condition remains same. I0 I less than 2, j less than j0 j less than 2, first location is 0 0, in 0 0 location there will be 10. Again j incremented by 1, 1 is less than 2, yes. 0 of 1 means first row second column is 20. Then j incremented by 1, it becomes 2. Again it will go to the first row. Again I incremented 1, 1 is less than 2, yes. Then again j is 0, means 0 less than 2, next location is what? 1 of 0. Next location is j is incremented by 1, becomes 1, 1 is less than 2, yes. Next location is I1, J1 means this value will be displayed. Then I, j incremented by 1, 2, 2 is less than 2, false. I incremented by 1, 2, 2 is less than 2, false. It comes out of the loop. Till then, all the 4 elements will be displayed. In this way, you can store the element in double dimensional array, and the input concept is better in comparison to initialize concept. Also, we can initial the value and access the value. As the double dimensional array represent the element in the row and column, that is verified, because elements represented in the row and column, that is in matrix form. If we want to run this program, now what to do? Move to the online compiler and use as required. Suppose I want to write this program and run the similar concept like previously. You can declare the array and use it. Let I use x22, then I and j. Then for I equal to 0, I is less than 2, I plus plus, then for j equal to 0, j is less than 2, j plus plus, then input your value. Scanf percentile d ampersand x of I j. Then we can display the value. How to display? Same loop to be taken. Just printf will be get changed. So I make copy paste, and instead of a scanf, I will be giving printf, and the value will be assessed without ampersand, because you don't need ampersand while display the value. If I run the program, if there is some mistake, check it out, printf, single F to be given. Run it. Now, suppose I enter 11, 22, 33, 44, that's for element display. So you have to run the program, then input the value and get the result. In this way, you can run the program as much as program you will be assigned and you will be solving in the C. Here it is double dimensional array. So in the last class and this class, we have clarified and discussed and run the program of single dimensional and double dimensional array. I have given some assignment questions to you. Try to solve it. Write program using single dimensional array to find sum of element in the array. Write program using single dimensional array to find maximum and minimum value. Write program using double dimensional array to find matrix addition. Write program to find matrix transpose of matrix using double dimensional array. Please try, and if you cannot, we will be solving this problem in the latter part, and in the next class we will be discussing multidimensional array, and in the next class we will be finishing the array, and after the finishing array we will be discussing the solutions of decision making and looping program. For one class after the array, we will be giving the solution of previous programs, and in the next, we will be starting the structure chapter. But in the next class, we will be discussing the multidimensional array. I think today's session is essential for you, and you understand, and you must be understanding. If having any doubt, please make the comments. Kindly subscribe those who have not subscribed the channel, and like the videos, and having any suggestions and doubts, please make the comments. Thank you. See you in the next class.